Hello everyone, myself Momin Muhammad Kass, and today we will discuss about the terminologies of pharmacovigilance. So first one is pharmacovigilance. Pharmacovigilance is derived from two words pharmacon, which means drug, and vigilance means to watch. So pharmacovigilance is defined as the science and activities related to collection, detection, assessment, understanding, and prevention of ADR or any side effect. Then, second one is vaccine pharmacovigilance. Vaccine pharmacovigilance is defined as the science and activities related to detection, assessment, understanding, and communication of adverse drug effect following immunization related issue, which was given by WHO in 2012. Then, third terminology is day zero, or we can say initial receipt data or awareness data. It when the first date or day of the adverse drug event take place, it is known as concept of day zero. Then next is minimum criteria for reporting ADR. So first it should be the identifiable patient, which includes adult, means age, adult, elder, older, then gender, then initial, then patient hospital number. Then suspect medical product, which are the suspected medical products which causes the ADR. Then an identifiable reporting systems, which may include all the information related to the patient, that name, address, report, contact number, and at least one ADR event should be causes. Therefore the ADR reporting system can report the ADR. Then third is uh, adverse event. Adverse event is defined as any untoward occurrence in a patient or in clinical investigation subject, which may or may not be caused from the drug. It is not necessary for an adverse event to have been caused by the treatment. An adverse event can therefore be any unfavorable or united sign and symptoms for disease that is associated with time that we use the medicines or investigational product. Then adverse reaction. Adverse reaction is defined as any untoward intended response to the investigational product which may caused by the drug. Then next one is unexpected adverse event, adverse reaction, that is UAR. It is defined as an untoward adverse reaction which is caused uh, by against of nature or severity which is not consistent or applicable for product investigation. So this is the unexpected adverse reaction. The next is serious adverse event, that is SAE, also known as serious adverse reaction or suspected unexpected serious adverse reaction, that is suicide. It is the life-threatening result in death which requires hospitalization and prolonged existing hospitalization, which consists of congenital anatomy or birth defect. This event is which the subject was at the risk of death or the life-threatening condition. Then severe event. Severe event is used to describe in mild, moderate, and severe. This event is, however, relatively minor medical significance. Then spontaneous report. It is an unsolicited communication which is done by the regulatory authority, healthcare profession, consumer, or persons that describes the sorry. Then, so what is spontaneous report? Spontaneous report is any unsolicited communication which is done by the regulatory authority, any healthcare profession, consumers, or the person who describe an ADR. Or we can say it is an unsolicited communication which is done from patient to company. Then literature. Literature is simply defined as a report of suspected adverse reaction or medicinal product. Then solicited report. Solicited report may be defined as a report or collection of information of adverse drug reaction or adverse event which is received by the company, which is received by the patient from the companies, um, or we can say patient support program, disease program management, direct to consumer companies which provide opportunities for taking feedback from the customers. Then reportability. Any case that meet the criteria or special requirements for unexpected submission of a health authority or co-marketing. Then healthcare professions. Healthcare professions means a person who is well qualified in the healthcare profession like physician, doctor, surgeon, pharmacist, etc. Then marketing authorization, that is MAH. These are the companies that has the authorities for manufacturing. Then ICSR, individual case safety report. It is a report of suspected or confirmed ADR. Then consumer, who are the consumer? The persons who are not professionally well qualified or healthcare workers are known as consumer, like patient, lawyer, etc. Then suspected drugs. Suspected drugs are the drugs which shows the etiology towards the ADR, which means which shows the causes of ADR. Then non-suspected drugs are non concomitant medications. In general, drugs are taken at the time of event but which are not thought to have caused it. Past drugs. Past drugs are which complete the prior or discontinue or continuous drugs. Then medical history. Medical history is defined as the history of a patient from the past that he or she contain any disease, surgery, or any side effects, ADR towards the drug, etc. Then drug dependence. Drug dependence is simply we can say addiction by physiological or physical uses or excessive use of a drug. Then withdrawal syndrome. Withdrawal syndrome is caused when drug therapy suddenly stops for the patient. Then overdose. Overdose means excessive use or misuse of a drug without prescription. Then medication error. Medication error mostly occurs during by misunderstanding of prescription. Then determination. Then administration of a drug or dispensing of a drug. Then suicide or suicide attempt case. It may be a case which is caused by excessive or unwanted use of drugs. Then drug abuse means excessive or misuse of drug. Then drug interaction. It is the process which checks the safety, which shows the toxicity or efficacy of a drug by interacting the food or food drug interaction. Then placebo. Placebos are the fake inactive pills or treatments which are given to the patients. Then IND, that is investigational new drug application. It is the application which is submitted to NDA after the preclinical trials for the approval of clinical trials. Then NDA, new drug application, which is submitted after the clinical trials to FDA for the approval of a new drug or chemical entity to go into the market. Then off-label use and open-label use. Off-label use are the use of drugs which are not prescribed by the drug or approved by the FDA. Then open-label trials are the trials which are known by the physician and participants which has been administered. Then IBD, that is International Birth Date. It is the date of first authorization of medicinal product, which means it is the date in which the first authorized well-defined product came into the market. Then DLP, that is data log point. The data design as cutoff date for data to be included as signal report detection. Then what is signal detection? WHO define a signal as reported information on possible causal associated between adverse event and a drug. We describe the relationship being unclear documented previously, which means it is an unclear of any information arises from different sources which shows the relationship between the drugs and ADR which are harmful. So this is all about the terminologies of pharmacovigilance. Thank you.